You bet.
Welcome back, Tina Miller.
Don Clark, your favorite pair on the air.
Yes. We've been talking with Morgan Clayton about what it takes to be a good boss and hearing some stories and things. But now let's hear from Christina Giese. She's the owner of Creative Gifts, and she's going to talk about what she does best.
Well, hi, I'm Christina. And what I do is I specialize in smiles. So that's my job. And it's funny because I've done gifts for everything from baby showers and weddings to funerals. And even then, you're expressing a smile. You're expressing sympathy. And your goal is to try and lighten their burden and their sorrow. And that's my job. So I think the last time I was here, I talked about doghouse gifts, getting people out of the doghouse. And today what we're going to talk about a little bit is Boss's gifts. Tomorrow is Boss's Day. And so one of the things that tends to be one of my more popular, this is our deluxe snack pack. And it has a little bit of everything in it. So if you're not really sure what your boss particularly cares for, that's okay. So you have drinks, it's sunflower seeds. If you go to my website, you're going to find a slightly smaller version of this. The only limit is the budget. Get all the people in your office together, have them pitch in $5 a piece, give me a call, and it can be delivered tomorrow afternoon to the office straight to your boss. So that's all you guys would have to do is one phone call, and I take care of everything else. With Creative Gifts, we say we do all the work and you get all the credit. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
And there's her information on the screen, Christina Giese, and her website is mycreativegifts.net. You can telephone her at 661-304-2276. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you for having me
Morgan,
back.
let's on the boss's side of this, when an employee comes up and gives you a gift, maybe they hesitate to do that. Oh, he just think I'm brown nosing, or the other employees think, he's just trying to shine up to the boss. But how do you graciously receive a gift like that, and what does it do for you emotionally when an employee takes the time to come up and just say, "Hey, I appreciate you. Here's a gift"?
Let me start with the receiving.
Okay.
When someone comes up to you and says, "You're a good man," which is just words, or the employees have decided to collectively get together, which they've done in my office, and they give you basically a crystal clock that says, "Thank you for all of your time." The way I receive that is a blessing, and I tell them thank you. But then I preface it by saying that make sure that you continue to read our human resource policies, because men and women of God exchange blessings knowing that we are being blessed to be blessed. We understand that. People of the world who do not understand gifts sometimes want what I call a one-up. And this is especially when you're in environments with men and women, where the exchange of gifts between two men can sometimes be okay, but between a man and a woman, either single or not single, married or single, can sometimes send the wrong message if you don't connect with your gift person to verify the correct gift. An example,
Okay.
a vice president who is diabetic. He doesn't say it, he doesn't talk about it. It's his own internal management. But the leadership team that reports to him gets him a basket full of chocolate.
Oh.
He looks at it and says, how should I take this? Are they happy? Or is this just kind of a stiff to me that says you need to get it right? You don't know, but you can't ask the question. So learning more about what people really need to present the right gift. So I always say read the policies to understand the limits. And for example, I think oil companies, any kind of government agency, they have these what I call caps, which I think are appropriate. You are limited to a dollar amount because they don't want you to assume anything by giving everyone fare tickets or giving everyone vacation trips or selective ones trips.
Yes.
And one I experienced in my own office, which was really interesting. This is probably about 25 years ago, where someone had received from the fair a lamb, or I think it was beef. And he had the beef slaughtered, and he wanted to distribute the beef to everyone. Everyone to him were all the men. Because men are barbecuers. And he didn't give any meat to any of the women. And for 6 months, he didn't get anything really on time. It was like, why is everybody shouldering me so cold? And I'm saying, well, where's the beef? And then we called the meeting and he apologized. He says, I just wasn't thinking about it. And all it would have taken was just ask the question. So, Don, I think it's ask the question, and I think that's what gives us the balance.
Christina, what do you think of what you just heard here from?
I totally agree. One of the things that is part of my job is if you were to call me and set up, say I want gifts, like say Christmas is coming, you and I talked about that earlier. Let's say I wanted something for all my employees. How many men do you have? How many women do you have? Do you have anybody with allergies? Do you have anybody who has a specific thing that they just don't go near, or something that they really enjoy? We were just talking about fitness. People kind of like, oh, what do I do with fitness? I don't really, that's my job. People know more than they think they do. And if I can find out a color that they like, well, I don't really know. Well, what color do you notice them wearing a lot at work? Oh, well, black. Oh, perfect. Not a problem. And I can run with that. That is my job. I take a couple of very key questions and I make something very personal. You're not going to walk into Walmart and go, oh, I see where they got it. So it's my job to find out. You're right. Ask the questions. Because if you know just a few things, you can make them go very, very far.
Wow.
Boss, what is the impact of a boss giving gifts, positive and negative?
The positive, when a boss gives gifts, it lets the employees know that you appreciate them above the paycheck. It gives them, I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was talking to him about how much I dislike texting because I'm involved with technology. And I said, God likes flesh. He likes flesh. He wants to touch you. He wants to be around that he created. And so for me, what happens is, Don, is that if you give a gift one year, for example, you give Christmas turkeys, but all of a sudden the following year, the economy shifts and you can't. The employees expect it once you start to give it. So one of the things that I've learned in a lot of my management, different strategy sessions and trainings I've gone to is always remember that once you start giving a gift, it's a gift that's sometimes expected. So that's the thing you have to be careful about. On the other hand, Scrooge in an office where you never give a pat on the back, you never say thank you, you never ever look even at the person as they're giving you your coffee, is totally inappropriate.
Oh, wow.
And so people need recognition.
Yeah.
They need to be honored. They need to be celebrated. And I just tell people, when you bring a gift, bring it with the understanding that I receive it today, but that doesn't mean I get it tomorrow.
Excellent.
Wisdom, a lot of wisdom there.
Yes, certainly, and that's why we had him here, Don. Wow. Okay. What's your thoughts?
Well, Morgan, you've sure learned a lot, and probably by trial and error.
Always.
And and how many employees? More than 70 now?
75.
And you're all over California.
Yeah.
And
we are technology based to where they're in their automobiles. My people in Newport Beach or my people in San Francisco, they can, on my iPhone, I can stay at home and live my life. But I choose not to do that.
Right.
But the point of it is, I'm saying, Donna, I have great employees. I love every one of them. And they are loyal. And my loyalty is defined by half my staff is over 25 to 30 years with me.
Excellent. And you're a good man, Morgan Clayton.
There you go. I love that. Thank you.
To contact Morgan, Teltech Security Systems Incorporated, Morgan Clayton, the president. And the website is www.tel-tech.com. Right here in Bakersfield, 661-397-5511. We'd like to thank all of our guests today, Don. Pastor C.A. Murray, all the way from Illinois. And he's in town again tonight, speaking all the way through, is it next week or this Sabbath? Right, Saturday. And that will be at 6:30 p.m. at the Central Adventist Church on Wilson Road.
well, partner, it's been
6:30.
great being with you 2 years now.
Oh, yes.
And we just stepped out there, and
Yes.
and here it is 2 years later, and I think we've done a good thing.
Yes, thank you, Don. And thank you, Christina Giese. We have a fashion show coming up on the 29th when we really celebrate our 2-year anniversary.
All right, that'll be great.
So thank you so much for joining us, our live studio audience, and all around the world.
Stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.